deverb
right.
on that.
I'll just be your delay.
Hey guys.
Hi.
We're live. Oh, here we go. Ready? Now we're slated. Let's do this. Girl Talk 2012. The team's
Hi.
back together.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Can we turn it up?
Yeah, let's turn it up.
It feels like the past.
It does. I love this song.
I can see Abraham Lincoln wafting in the background. This is so long ago.
What do you guys remember about this show? While I'm trying to turn up the audio.
This show.
What show?
Or I mean the album. I can't multitask. Is that
Great.
better?
Yeah.
All right, we're in it now.
I'm in the ballroom. I'm in the ballroom.
Yeah, so if you can't tell by listening, this
Ballroom.
album was recorded in a ballroom by famed record producer and gentleman about town, Tom Biller. Welcome
Funny
to
thing
the
is,
show.
It's not a ballroom. People
It's a
think
ballroom.
It was someone's living room at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's an extravagant living room.
Yeah, the crazy people that built that house was like, I need a living room bigger than a church.
I feel you.
And they built it.
I met two of the most special people in my life at Chango's.
Changos.
I met you for the first time at Chango's in Echo
Changos.
Park. And
There's
that's
a
also
debate whether it's Chango or Chango.
Oh, it's Chango.
You know? Chango?
Come on.
I'm going with Chango.
I also met
Old
Stella
It's
at
Chongo.
Chango's. That's where I rescued my dog,
dog.
Stella.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
That is pretty crazy. I didn't
Is
know
it
they
too
rescued
loud?
dogs.
No, it's
out
good.
of the back
Tom,
of Chango.
hold that mic, hold that green puff right up to your
Right up
pretty
to that?
face. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get right in there.
It's
Yeah,
like
get right in
building
there.
up. I'm
This is
getting
like-
scared. I'm scared. I'm
So
scared.
this is like hockey commentator type commentation.
There we go.
All right.
I remember like sitting in the ballroom, and I had like all my like bags and shit everywhere with this song. Like, I remember writing out the order of. I just like had an image of what I wanted this song to be, but I hadn't finalized the lyrics until we recorded it. But it was just like writing all of the things that I was going through, like out in like a list, like a very simple list of like things that you try and do, that I was doing to try and feel better at the time. And then we recorded like all the extra like guitar bits at your house. Do you remember that? Like all the like down, down, down.
In the garage, yeah.
In the garage, yeah. We recorded all that in the garage.
Get that green puff in your mouth, Tom.
I have to
Yeah.
get British for a minute. Garage.
Garage.
Garage. I gotta.
This is exciting. It's an emotional journey.
Do you remember the moment that you met Jeff Ellis? Because I very much remember meeting you. I was really
Please.
nervous because I
Okay.
was like a nervous,
Oh, I do remember.
shy kid back
we
then.
were all outside by the pool and we like got. It was the first time
Yeah.
we got massa, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I remember. Okay, because I'd never met you before,
Mm.
and you completely changed your look to the point where, based off of Googling your photo, I couldn't.
Never Google
I couldn't,
anybody.
Yeah. Well, before you work with someone that you've never worked before, you want to like
You
know
Google.
what they look like, right?
Right.
So, I was armed with Google images of you in my brain.
Right.
So I meet
then
this girl that introduces me to the rest of her band. But you looked completely different. It was
Right.
you, but I didn't know it was you. So I'm like, I think this is her. Is this her? Because
Yeah.
you changed your look. You changed your hair and everything. I
Yeah.
didn't recognize you at all.
And I had a different soul also. So
Yeah.
my eyes were different.
Yeah. But we were definitely Insta friends right
Yeah.
off the bat.
Her
We
name
were.
is Charlene then. Wasn't
Charlemagne.
Kate came after.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne Nash. That's your
Kid
country.
Charlemagne.
That's your country.
Charlemagne.
You're Charlemagne. Ooh, Charlemagne Nash.
Kind of nice.
That's pretty nice.
Okay, I think this is a great time that we introduce the people on the couch cam. Say what's up, couch cam. Are you guys still there?
Travis just beat
Cam.
Rescue Rangers.
They're playing
Oh,
Rescue
no, never mind. We got
Rangers.
3 more levels. They just psyched us
Can
out.
I get more reverb on the couch cam, please?
We're working on that. Grant?
I am
So,
the king of rescue.
I have a
Ranger.
fact. I have a cool fact about this song.
Okay.
Claire, my sister, my older sister Claire, was at my house, my flat in London, and we watched this movie where it's about the devil and everyone's in like a lift and they get trapped in a lift and like
the
get
car? Like the Uber kind of lift? Or?
no, like an elevator.
Oh, sorry.
I prefer Uber.
So,
2016
it's a
now,
lift,
so
all right?
it's a-
We're in
Well,
London.
Uber was not invented yet back in this era.
Take yourself
This
back
is
to
pre-
London.
This is a pre-Uber record.
Pre-Uber story. Let her tell the story.
London 2011. And I was in my flat with my older sister and we watched this weird devil movie about people getting killed in a lift. And then Claire was a little bit sauced and she fell asleep drunk on my sofa.
Saucepirate.com.
Yeah, and Claire, I left Fluffy, my bunny rabbit, on Claire. She was like sitting on Claire, and I went downstairs and I wrote this song on an acoustic guitar. When I came back up, Fluffy was sitting on Claire's head, just like going, eating her hair. And I was like, nah, she's fine. And I went downstairs and like finished the song.
Nothing strange about a rabbit
she
eating
was
my
like-
sister's hair. It's cool.
And I was like, it's too cute to move it. It's too funny. I'll just leave it. When I came back up, she was bald. She was bald. Completely bald, yeah.
Fluffy was bald or Claire?
From her Fluffy eating her hair.
Oh no.
Like bald in that
terrifying.
cool way, like
Bald in like, you know, a cool, before everyone started shaving their heads.
yeah, like Jason Alexander from Seinfeld
Yeah.
bald.
No, she looked good. I love
Right.
She looked
I'm going
good.
back in time always tonight. We're talking Seinfeld now,
We're talking Seinfeld.
which is like you were like 3 when that came out.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the $1 million question. Why Tom Biller for Girl Talk?
Oh my God. Okay, so, fuck, it's like, I feel like I'm shouting. I'm
Why
shouting over
not
music.
is the correct answer.
Okay, so I knew that I knew that I wanted to work with you. I was like researching producers and stuff, but like I just was like into Tom's work.
I'm popular on Google.
You're very popular on Google. No, I like knew that I wanted to work with you. I was like, I want to work with Tom Biller. I liked everything that you'd done. I thought that everything you did was like different, but like everything it just sounded good. I just liked the sound of everything that you did.
Yeah, there's a definite Tom Biller sound, which I love.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that it exists.
No one knows their own thing
Yeah,
exists,
but it
right?
exists, yeah.
I was just a fan of that, and I just thought it sounded like fresh and like
I don't
cool.
even know I
and
exist.
I can see that. But like I was in New York and I was filming. I think I was in New York. I think that was when I was filming this movie, and I think I just like because I was in the US, I made the trip over to LA to meet you. I think
Chango.
at Chango's
I got it right
on
this
Echo
time.
Park Avenue.
Chango.
Chango's. I was late because that's what I do. But like we just talked for ages. I just remember like we just hung out and we like talked for a really long time. And then like we went back to your house.
I don't have any friends, so easily happens when I go to a coffee shop. It lasts a while.
And then I played you Sister, I think, and like I just
Oh, yeah,
literally
yeah.
played you on my bass.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was like nothing. I didn't have any like songs recorded. I just was like, I have these songs. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
And then we were kind of like, let's do it. And then it just happened. And then I just knew I was like, from that, I was like, I want to work with this guy.
I didn't think you'd call me back.
Didn't you?
No, I was like, oh, that was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't you think I was like a diva or something? Didn't you think at one point you were like, she's going to be difficult? I think I remember you saying that.
Oh, I've said that completely since 2012. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, because you are difficult.
No, but I do remember that. I remember the actually being impressed because what little I did, I knew of your previous work, but it's more pop, it's piano-based pop and all that. Sorry, so, but you came over and you were like, can I just have a bass?
Yeah.
And I can play you these things. And nobody ever in the history of ever showing me songs has been like, can I have a bass and just play you these songs on a bass? Instantly, it was, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I hated the songs though. But
And I hated you.
yeah, that's a whole other story.
Tom, why did you choose me to be involved in the
Why did I
project?
choose
Now I'm
you?
wondering that. That's the really like the $2 trillion question.
Shit, man.
You had that sick beard. I had nothing back then.
I
No
had-
stubble even. I was just a young
A young
fellow.
fresh boy.
I was
For a young,
fresh.
fresh fellow.
Fish on
Yeah.
the market.
Yes.
We're the two most ADD production team that could.
Yeah,
Assemble.
it's why did I pick Jeffrey?
Yeah. Can you even remember?
Um,
I know why I said yes
no,
because
I mean,
It was
Tom
probably
Biller.
because we got along when we mixed that other record.
swimmingly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we got along before. and
We had a
it's-
sock
it's,
day where
you
we
know,
purchased socks while working together.
yeah. I figured I could bribe you the whole time,
That worked, yeah.
and so I wouldn't have to pay you.
Yeah.
And
nice.
that's usually my criteria for choosing an engineer. It's like, do I have to pay this person? Oh, I do. So I'll just engineer it myself. So that was, That's how that went.
I do remember you as like the one producer who is cool enough to go on the coffee run himself. Do you remember that? Every day you'd pick us up.
Well, because everybody fucks it up.
Yeah.
You send a runner out for coffee, and he comes back, and first of all, he'll bring you Starbucks, which is a no-no.
Right.
Don't
I
ever go
remember
to
you
Starbucks.
complaining about
You don't
Starbucks
go
a
to
lot
Starbucks.
in
I
the
mean, come
kitchen
on.
of the mansion.
We have standards. We're in a mansion. We don't drink Starbucks.
We haven't even really talked about the mansion, and we're like 4 songs in.
Oh,
No, we haven't.
you should have written slower songs.
Yeah.
With this in mind.
I'm just
Next
feeling
time.
so many emotions. There's a lot to talk.
Let 'em
There's a
out.
lot
Let
to
the
cover.
emotions out.
I don't know.
What do you want to say?
I have very clear visions of like.
Oh, this is one of my favorite songs. I will say that.
Is it?
Yeah. If I
Is
can,
it?
I do have some that I really
that
just
I like.
that I like a little more than the others. This is one of them. I always
I-
like this one.
I remember writing this in a rehearsal room in like Mill Hill Music, and I wrote this little riff. Down, 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 down. And it was the first riff I ever wrote. And I was like, cool, I wrote a riff on guitar. And it's like so easy and simple. But it took me ages to like do it. And it took me ages to learn how to do it live too. But like, I had this for a really long time. Like I had this during my second record. I had a 30-second loop of this.
Of the
and
riff.
Of my riff, of my sick riff. And I had like no lyrics. But it was just like da 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 da, and I had "You Were the One," "You Were the One," and then I finished it when I finally broke up with my boyfriend and had something to write about.
Oh, I love this part.
Me too. This part's cool. Harmonies. This actually is the song where I like, and this record and a friend, which we've already missed that whole fucking section of all the harmonies at the end. We've played "Friend" already.
Rewind.
This is where I really got into doing
Double album.
vocal harmonies, though. Like,
This is the song?
yeah, this
Well,
song.
You did that stuff before, though,
A
right?
little, yeah, but like we indulged on this record. Like
Yeah.
the end of "Friend." Remember when we were just like, I'm just gonna like build and build and build and build and build, and then
Yeah.
we had that whole like, and we were like, this should be the ending of the song, and I love that. I love
Listen
doing
to
that now.
The ballroom sounds so cool.
I know.
You
It
reminded
just-
me of
oh,
that last night on how much this does sound like the ballroom,
Yeah,
which is good because it's like the extra character.
it was so
It's like
cold. Oh,
It's
It's
a
like the
time
set.
capsule. It's like this is where it was, and like you can never take it away from that. And I love that about
well,
it.
it's like a play. You know, when you go to a play, you the stage and that's all another character,
yeah.
and the ballroom kind of became that. I thought.
it's
for
so
this
rare
record.
these days that an album has a distinct sonic character like that of a ballroom. You know, it's really cool. The cool thing
Yeah.
about listening back, I was like, wow, this really did sound unique.
Sorry, I'm hearing the
Sorry,
harmonies.
I was just listening to
I
the
wanna
ballroom.
sing along.
It's a pretty part of the song. It
Yeah,
is.
we're all just like.
Do you remember how we'd light a fire
Oh.
in the
Yeah.
evenings
I
because we
have
couldn't?
videos of us melting M&Ms in the fire because I
Yeah.
always had M&Ms everywhere during that.
Wow.
God, I remember I remember the first night before we I have video of this too. Before we set up, like when we were like setting everything up, you were setting up the room, and I was playing the drums to like "Smells Like Teen Spirit,"
Right?
and then we were like playing, like we put all these like little amps. I brought my little amp from home, and you had like tiny little. We had like these like my favorite kind of amps, which are like just little amps that sound like
Small
shitty
guys,
and like.
yeah. Yep.
And we had like a little room full of those, and like you were setting everything up, and I was just so excited. I was like playing, and it just felt so good. It felt so fucking good. I like came to LA. I'd come from London, right, where I was going through a dark time, and everything was dark and heavy and like just fucked up and weird. And I had like a stop off in New York, which actually I'll talk about when Labyrinth comes on, because I wrote that song in New York. But like I came to LA, and I remember you'd said it was a mansion, but I didn't really believe you. I was like, yeah, it's not really a mansion. Like I'm not recording in a mansion. Like I'm not
Everybody
a
in
millionaire.
LA says they know where there's a mansion.
Well, you just think like
you
mansion
know.
means that you must be like a I don't know, like something that I wasn't. And so I remember driving up this hill with my friend Emma Chitty, who was with me at the time. And it was just houses. It's just houses on Michael Trainer. So I was probably just like a big house. Like he overexcited. I'm not like gonna get overexcited.
No.
And then it was like this gate, and it opened like in slow motion. I was like, whoa. And I just remember like walking around this like Paramour Mansion. Like I feel like the spirit of it and the energy of it just. We have to try and describe that because it totally made the record. Like just walking in and like I felt like I was like Courtney Love or something. I was like, fuck, I'm a rock star. Like I'm recording in a mansion with Tom Biller, and like there's like this, you had this giant kick, like the biggest kick drum I'd ever seen.
I remember that drum, yeah.
That one,
Biggest kick drum ever, and like there was just like shit everywhere. There was like different drums and like different amps, and like you were setting all the mics up, and like I was going through this emotional turmoil, which it turns out we all actually were going through the same thing at the same time.
Yeah,
True.
pretty much.
Which we didn't really know. We all found out kind of at different times, but it was happening at that time, and like we were in this incredible, like beautiful setting, and like I don't know, like all being like strangers, but like obviously like friends immediately, and sharing like, I guess I was like vocalizing everything, and we were all like working and doing our little thing, but like I just had so much fun every day. Every single day I had the best time.
We all became Insta friends, really.
Yeah. And we'd wake up, and like me and the girls were like living in the same bedroom. It was like girls sleepover every night, and I'd come down and like make breakfast, and you'd come in and like you'd complain about Starbucks coffee in the morning in the kitchen.
Yeah, I only have a few complaints.
And the little like pug would be like and then we'd like go in, and you'd already be like tweaking out on stuff, like you'd be like doing. I remember the first time I like respected you.
Oh shit.
Which
is that, we have that on camera and recorded. All right. Lay it on me.
Let's talk about this 5-second period of time.
Yeah.
I've like
You
lost
had
it many
respect.
times since then, and you gained it again. But it was when I like wrote "Oh," and we were jamming. I came in like early before Tom got there, and before, the girls had all walked to get American phones. They walked down like
Burners.
Michael Terrainer, like
Yeah.
and like just walked around. Like they were so English.
3
Like we're just
hours
gonna
to walk
walk
back
to
up.
go get a phone. I was like, bye, see you never. And I was like playing, and you like came in really respectfully, and like I didn't feel self-conscious or anything, which I am really self-conscious when I'm writing. And I was like writing this song, "Oh," and I'd been playing for ages and like singing and stuff, and I was like, oh hey, could you like it's so funny to remember exactly how I spoke to you when you were a stranger.
Yeah.
I was like, oh hey man, can you like hey man
Hey.
hey man, can you like record this? Can you put it on record? And you were like, oh, I already have been recording the whole thing. And I was
Ninjas.
like, cool. I was like,
Right on.
this guy.
Right on.
I was like, I respect that guy. He's a professional, but also like you were really like respectful of my space and like
yeah.
private thing, but you'd recorded it, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And creepy.
And extremely creepy.
And extremely
Yeah.
creepy.
I remember.
That's what we do.
I do remember that day specifically. I remember you
Yeah.
asking me to come in early. We were at a party at the Fiddler House, and you asked me to come in early the next day so we could just like write some stuff. I don't know if that's the same day or what,
I
but
don't know. Maybe it must have been. God. Oh, this song.
That was the day that she asked me to do that. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Just call
No.
Jeff.
He's like, nah.
I'm sleeping.
I've got mysterious shit to do. I've got to put beard oil in.
That was pre-Beard Oil. I didn't
Fuck,
discover
you-
it until
yeah.
after this record.
No, you
It's
had a whole new
wonderful.
life after this
If
record.
you're going to have one, you need it.
I wrote this song about like an ex-boyfriend whilst I was on a beach with him. Which like
That's
obviously
cold.
No, I wasn't the
You're
cold
like, I'm going
one.
to break up with this dude, so I'm just going to write a song now while you're
Hey,
standing in front
I
of
was
me.
not the cold one.
whoa.
Excuse me, I'm the one singing about like, oh my God, I really, really miss you. Like as I was writing, I was like, this is fucked up. Like I'm writing about missing you and you're like next to me. Like there's definitely a disconnect here.
Must break
I'm
up.
definitely in this music video, by the way.
You are in this
We
music
buried
video, yeah.
we buried Jeff in a sand pit in this video. And
Yeah.
that's the dress I was wearing on the beach, the little beachy dress.
This is the first time I ever had to learn dance
I thought that
choreography
was Jeff's
too.
dress.
What's
I
that?
thought that was Jeff's.
No.
I walked in there with his dresses hanging around. I was like, oh,
My-
okay, cool.
The kind of dresses I wear aren't fit for camera. Sorry.
Too many sequins and
Yeah.
too many holes.
Hey, can we check in with the couch cam really fast? I kind of miss those guys in there.
Sure. Can I,
This is a great
Are
song.
they even still there?
Are you guys still?
Aw.
Are you
This
guys
is
still
my
playing?
favorite one.
can I
on
get
the
some
album.
Eventide
Is it
harmonizer
really?
on the
Yeah,
couch
this is my
cam?
favorite one.
Oh my God, Jay.
You guys keep talking about a ballroom, and I'm thinking about The Shining, and I'm like terrified in here.
It was that kind of a.
It was creepy like it was a little haunted. Remember?
There's a ghost. Didn't some like weird band have sex with the ghost? Yeah, right.
I've witnessed weird stuff there. I lived
I
there
had
for
sex
6
with
years.
her.
I also lived there for 6 months by myself.
And you
Like,
had never had
Jesus.
sex with the ghost?
No.
Was it twins?
Not with a ghost, but
Maybe Tom was the ghost.
it could have been.
We
No,
don't know.
that was a creepy place. There was some there were some shining moments. I'm sure you went in that place when it was like 2 a.m. and nobody was up, and you needed to go downstairs into the basement, and you're like, this is...
Oh my God, I used to sneak around in the basement, like
so
with the
much
lights
fun.
off, just like to freak myself out.
So much fun.
Oh, there's so many corridors and shit everywhere. It's like amazing. But your like tower where you used to live was like the scariest place to me because I never really got to go there.
And we weren't allowed to go there.
No, we weren't.
We know why.
We know why.
Yeah. Steve.
So.
Wait, is this a song where we have the video of me being in a dance-off with Fern while you're recording the vocals?
Yeah.
I was definitely my first ever dance-off I'd ever been in my life. I gave it my all. I ended up getting served by a Welsh girl. But she's a drummer, so she has good timing. But while she was recording these vocals, there was a dance competition going on, which was the kind of sessions we were
Do you
running.
remember when we shot the video and you were the pervy guy with the sunglasses that checked?
Yeah. I'm so
Checked out.
non-pervy, so it was like really a struggle for me to put the couch cams to
This
say lies.
song.
I think now's the time where we turn up the couch cam.
Yeah, invite
so
the
I can
couch
hear what
cam.
they're saying.
I think
because
our whole
I think
purpose
it's
is
good.
to fact check from this room.
Yeah, as I was doing this album, I remember I was giving a play-by-play to Jake.
It's true.
That guy on the couch cam.
That's me.
As we were doing it.
You called me a lot at 4
one's
o'clock in
this?
the morning.
Who?
Wait, what?
You
What?
called me a lot at 4 o'clock in the morning during the recording of this album.
Did you? Did he?
What ghost is talking?
That's
here?
me at the couch cam.
Yeah, we're
What
that's
did he-
couch
Your
cam.
best friend and also roommate.
What did
Yeah.
he
Can I
remember
get some
me?
Echo Boy on the couch cam?
Wait, what did he call you about? Was he scared of leaving the mansion?
No, I was
No,
doing
it's
this
like glorious stories.
exciting thing in my life, and you
call.
call your best friend as that goes down, right? And I
Yeah.
was going through a breakup, so that was sad. So got to check in. Oh, this is crazy British girl. She's making me do these crazy things. And no, it was the most fun album ever for me.
Me,
I'm gonna try to beat it.
It was like 2012, man.
That was a good year.
That was a fucking year.
Yeah, I had kidney
Yeah.
surgery that year, so let's not talk about that year anymore.
I'm like, well, who said that? I keep
Yeah,
forgetting.
it is odd. There's voices in our head.
Don't worry about me.
Tom, why are you staring at me? You're freaking me out.
I'm not staring at you.
This song features my friend Siobhan Malhotra. And do you remember?
The background vocals,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
and
very
like Jay, who like you met this summer. Jay Malhotra, yeah.
pretty. Yeah.
This song's really special. Like this song like features my friend that died like the next year. So it's like so cool to me that she is on this record. Like what like the most important thing that happened, like this record really like is the most important thing that happened to me ever. And like she was one of the most like important people and like a lesson I'll never forget, you know, about like what really matters. Like when you lose someone young who's like 24 or whatever, like it just like there's so much that we get caught up in. I've been having a lot of conversations recently about like just life is so fast paced and like we're all so insecure and like, you know, it's like there's so much, everyone's trying to like screw you over, fuck you, lie to you, cheat you. There's so much bullshit in this world, and like you lose someone that like was really good and pure and cool and awesome, and you never forget that lesson. And I just want to talk about that because I think people are uncomfortable talking about that. They're uncomfortable talking about death because they don't know how to, they don't know what to say without being disrespectful. But, you know, just say something. Like the amount of inappropriate jokes that like myself and Siobhan's husband made when she died, like the most like morbid, weird jokes to like the people that we were like getting the flowers for her funeral from and shit, like was really fun to us because we knew that Siobhan had a twisted sense of humor as well. So we
Get it.
Oh, we just said the most fucked up weird stuff that like freaked people out. And to have her on this record and Jay on this record, like their romance was like, if I tell anyone about that story, you know, like they met when they were like 8 or something, and then they became roommates when they were like 22, and then they like fell in love and got married, and then she died, and like she is part of this record, and it just makes it even more special to me, because like it's a good reminder of what's really important in life, you know. This whole record to me is anyway, because it just reminds me of like being like ballsy and like sticking up for yourself and like caring about the right things and the right people, because life is really short.
Yeah. Yeah, and humor is a great coping mechanism too.
And
It really is.
Yeah, it is. And like, you should have humor. Like, bad things happen. Like, it's funny, you
Yeah.
know? Like, you got to laugh to get through things. I do.
Yeah.
When the worst stuff's happening to me, I'm like, ha ha ha, sick joke.
Yeah, you have to laugh.
And you've got to like face it too and cry, but like, you have to laugh. Like, you got to have a good laugh.
Well, it's, I mean, death in particular is such a personal experience.
Yeah.
From the start, from the person who's dying.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, but to have your own experience with that, along with that,
Yeah.
and to remember that person, nobody should judge you on how you accept it and how
Yeah,
you choose to cope with it. I think that's a special thing between that you and the person you knew.
Yeah.
And everybody has that because death is a part of our life.
Oh, yeah, we're all going to die.
Yeah, we're gonna
You're
die.
going to know
Yeah.
someone that's going to die.
Yep.
This song's like such a change of pace. It's like so aggressive. I'm like,
I
fuck you. Fuck.
Really works
Ooh,
with
I
the
like
death.
this one. This is one of my favorites too.
I've got lyrics in this one.
Do you remember when we rented out that mix room to listen to the mixes? I remember us
In
like
the village, in the valley, in the village.
No, that was at Westlake
In the
Studios.
valley. What do you
And
mean?
we hadn't seen you for a while.
You didn't invite me to that.
No, you weren't invited.
No,
what?
I was not invited.
No.
I don't remember this.
No. Remember that we booked out that little room in the studio and we hadn't seen each other in a while and we just raged in this room while cranking the mixes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Tom.
Thanks.
I know you knew
The
about
guy
it.
who
though.
mixed it
You
was
just
not invited to
You
that
were
party.
busy.
This is a playback session.
Busy. I'm never busy.
You were
Oh, come
busy.
on. The longer that beer gets, the more busy you get. I've noticed.
Should we
one of
talk? Should we talk about anything to do with like the recording? Any technical comments? Boring.
That's boring.
Boring.
Like that. Bleh.
I don't know. I remember Tom and I are the two most disorganized humans on earth, and somehow together we
recorded
work
this
together
twice.
great.
I remember that.
And me.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I tried to recreate the feeling of 2012 when I entered Jeff's life.
If each one of these Polaroids is like $1,
Polaroid.
that's like $200 worth of Polaroid right there.
I'm gonna
Well
burn
spent.
them after this.
Well spent.
Yeah.
You
This
can't
song goes
tweet a
very
Polaroid.
hard.
Yeah, action. It's all about action, man.
You know, I still think when someone criticizes me for something I've done, and it's not based on my actions, I think about this song. I'm like, actions, action. Like, come on, let's focus on the actions, not on anything else. Did I do that, or did I not do that? Actions. It goes in my head. I swear to God. And we had a conversation about this song back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, what is with the actions?
Yeah.
And then you explained this to me. I'm
No,
like,
we did.
Yeah.
We talked about this a lot in your car, I feel like.
Oh, my poor car.
This bit, I love this. When I got introduced to your car, I feel.
I had
bit,
this
though,
new
what?
2012
I remember
Hyundai
this car.
Elantra.
I remember this car.
Yeah, and by the
Yeah.
end of 2012, this was not a new car anymore. There's grease everywhere.
There was
And
like definitely a lot
I
of in and
scraped
out
up the side of
stains.
all my wheels
Well
trying to
worn
like
Elantra.
park at this mansion.
This is so good.
It's the first time like I feel like the music is starting to overtake us. The
I know,
dynamics
I'm
of this
like,
album are growing into something grand.
Wow!
Whoever
No,
picked-
this song is so fun. Like this, we talked a lot about that. Like actions. My mum always said actions speak louder than words. So this whole song was about that. Like you can say whatever. You can say I love you. I'm sorry. I think this, and it's like bullshit. Like how are you
Total
acting?
bullshit.
Like fuck you.
Yeah.
Like I wrote this lyric on the way to my nan's house the night before my granddad's funeral. Just saying.
Okay, let's bring it down again. So Kate Nash,
back.
bringing it down into the grave.
No. No, it
No, it.
happens. No, I really felt it. I loved this lyric so much. I was like, you know how much, like when someone's like being like, you're a dick, you're a bitch, you're the wrong. You're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking sick of being the fucking bitch that you call me every fucking day. You can't, like, fuck you. Like, all
Fuck you,
right.
and I am.
I am. Like, I am the bitch.
over
Like,
it.
yeah, you know what? If I'm such a bitch, I'm leaving. Like, screw you. I'm a bitch. I, like, love the brattiness of this. Sorry.
You don't have to say sorry after a good, healthy tangent. I like that.
There's no sorries allowed in this room.
Yeah,
Not
stuff your
sorry.
sorries in a sock.
Except
Yeah.
from the couch cam. They need to apologize after everything they
They
say.
should.
And they need to chime in
No,
a lot
you can't
more.
demean the couch cam. The couch cam is really the star of the show. Like, you
Agreed.
ascend from this part
What
of
are
the
they
show to the
playing
couch
in there?
cam. They're playing video games. They're having fun.
They're
You can't
having
demean
a
them.
laugh.
This is
They're
a
having a
positive
laugh.
show.
Space Invaders?
No, that's not a Nintendo game. Is it? I don't know. I used to play that on the computer.
Space Invaders?
No, they're playing. I think they're playing like Chip and Dale's Rescue
playing Rescue
Pitfall?
Rangers.
Yeah.
Is there Pitfall Harry in there? What? Nobody in this room was born in the 70s. You were born in the 70s.
This kind of vocal.
We got two
everybody
guys.
except for one.
We
was
got
born
two
in the
guys that
70s.
were born in the 70s. Everybody else has no
87.
idea what Pitfall is.
This vocal where I like sound like 7 years old having a tantrum is the reason I got dropped from my record label.
This one right here. This is why.
Yeah. Which I
Fuck
love.
that record label.
Which I love this vocal. It's like,
Right.
"Ah!" Like I just like found that really liberating when I figured out I could scream and tantrum and make a song out of it.
As I remember the conversation I had with your label president over a beer, who said to me once,
Oh, what did he say? Oh
He said-
shit, tell me.
one thing that I have is I never tell my artist what to do.
I just drop them when they
Yeah.
don't do what I want.
That's exactly what he said. Oh, you make the record you want to make. I never tell my artists what to do. They're in control. I'll just find a way to put out their record. Okay, great.
Did
See
he?
you in 6 months.
Did he? Wow,
That's what he
so
said.
Crazy.
And he was a nice guy, but
Yeah.
I do understand that he was lying to my face, but I knew it then and I know
I
it
could
now.
not lie to that beard.
Can't
that
lie to
face.
this. No, you can't lie.
Well, he had a beard as well.
Well, you can, but did he have a beard?
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember.
It probably is like a shield that like is used against. It's like
No,
the
I remember
Force.
you had a beard. I remember you looking fantastic.
I had a beard, but I shaved it on the first day, and I
remember
freaked
the
everybody
first
out.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh,
you like had
yeah.
a beard, and then it was like, oh, naked man.
It was weird.
Ew.
It was
Yeah.
weird for all of us.
You were such a hip, artsy
I w-
producer, and then you were
I
just
shaved
this
my beard.
guy.
I wanted to set
You
the
were
tone.
naked. You were like, ning, 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 ning.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to set the tone for the whole record. I just wanted to creep out a bunch of girls, and
Speaking about creeping out a girl, I remember your entrance into the album. I was sitting outside with Carmen. We were sitting there. Carmen was the guitar player in the band. You walk in, you just walk in. You look at us, say nothing. You've never met Carmen before. And then you just walk on. And that was your entrance to the album for me. It was great. It was a very powerful, bold producer.
I
entrance.
remember walking by the girls because they were sitting by the pool, and and I'd been to this place before, and I knew that like we weren't the only people there.
Yeah.
And I walked by, I saw a couple, and I didn't meet your band at all. They only met Kate, and I walked up, and they're sitting in the pool, and I said hi. At least I
No,
wasn't.
you didn't. You
No,
walked
you were
right
Yes,
like-
I did.
No,
I said
was
hi.
with you.
Come
It stuck
on.
with me to this day.
I said hi.
No, he tells this story all the time, and that's how he depicted you for like a whole 2 years. He actually still.
I said hi. At least
No one wants to be like, are you guys
I
the
didn't
band
know.
I'm producing? So I feel for you
Nobody
in that
wants to
situation.
say
What are you
that.
supposed to do?
Are you guys in
Just
the
walk past
band?
and look,
Yeah,
look
that's
cool.
Hey,
Just look cool.
Yeah.
just want to
He
use the
did.
bass player.
He opted to look cool as opposed to possibly asking a really weird question, and I respect that.
It wasn't an option.
Yeah, you've never had the option of not looking
No,
cool.
no. I've never had to make that choice.
It's not a choice to you. It's a
I remem-
lifestyle.
You know, okay, the moment where I had super respect for you. What did we say before? Is it respect?
Yeah,
The moment where I
man,
when I really
when
respected
you're like,
you.
hey man, I
Hey,
respect
man.
it. You're a man to
My
me.
moment for you with that was the last day I was slated to be on the album. I was only booked to be an engineer on the album for 2 weeks for
And you
basic
wouldn't leave.
tracking. I know. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But I was too scared. Like all the girls were upstairs in like the girl room, and I was like too scared to go up there and be like,
Aw.
bye, because you don't know what you're gonna walk into. So I
You
was
don't
scared.
know with those girls.
Yeah.
Crazy girls. When girls get together,
Yeah. Anywho.
be bras
I
on the
digress.
ceiling.
If I would have seen anything like that, I probably would have melted. I was way too immature for that kind of thing back then. But I went to a show. They've somehow found out I went to a show, and because they never got to say goodbye. For all they know, we could have
what
never
show?
seen each other again. I don't remember the show, but it was down at what's that French restaurant on Sunset?
Tax.
Tex.
Yeah, they somehow found out I was at Tex, and
Tex.
they all came down there
Where's it,
to
Tex?
say bye to me. And unfortunately, I was in a different room. They couldn't find me. Tex is a labyrinth, but the whole band
is.
came down to say so they could get a proper goodbye. And I was like, I was going through a really like sad point in my life, and the fact that
Wait,
four
this is a blend.
cool
This is a blend
girls.
of two different stories, and I really remember this. It wasn't our goodbye. This was a night where we were just like wanting to hang out. You'd said in the ballroom, you were like,
and I had said no thanks, so they called
Tom
you.
like left without saying anything, and we were like,
It's usually what I did.
it was like the Obi-Wan Kenobi just left the fucking room. and you were like, oh, I might be going to Tex later or whatever, and we were like, oh, cool. And then it got to like 7 or 8, and we were like, should we go meet Jeff at Tex? And we like wanted to hang out with you. We came down there, couldn't find you, left. The next day we were like, we came to find you at Tex, we couldn't see you, and you like couldn't believe that we'd made the effort to try and find
this was
you.
supposed to be my last day. I ended up weaseling my way back.
Oh,
That's why
really?
it meant
Oh.
so much to me.
I asked you that following weekend, or the Monday we
Oh.
came back, and I was like, why are you here?
I weaseled my way back. Yeah, that was supposed to be my last day. That's why it meant so much to me.
But then I didn't know that.
Yeah, and when I came back, you
I
were
guess
like,
I
oh, we
didn't
went to
know.
find you. And I was like, 4 humans went to find me. I just felt so special. I was like,
you felt
wow.
special. But then also, what about because I'm thinking now of the last night where we did all the vocals for You're So Cool.
Oh, and everybody
That's a
was
big-
up, and yeah.
And then you like were about to leave, and I ran, and I was like, you need to drink champagne with us.
Yeah, I
tried
tried
to
to
leave.
French exit. Yeah.
And he had to come
Yeah,
back.
you
But
can't make a French
Yeah,
exit.
you're good at tracking
can't do
people
that.
down.
I guess I like didn't know that that was supposed to be your last night.
Yeah, no, you did. It's just so long ago.
It's such a blur. It's such a
yeah, it's
fucking
such a blur. Yeah.
Such a fucking blur.
Yeah.
Well, I originally hired Jeff for the whole thing, and then after a week, I was like, this isn't really working out. So I'd send him home, and then you girls were like, well, we love Jeff. And I was like,
talked about
all right,
this."
you can hang out.
Why
I
wasn't
can't-
it working out?
I don't know, but I can't. I don't really
smells.
honestly know
Smells.
if Jake knows. I don't know. I probably near the end there, I was probably more of a hindrance to the album than I was really an asset. But we were all having a lot of fun.
We had a blast.
No
had a
hindrance
blast.
at all. You went from engineer to vibe control.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
should have been your
But
credit
that's
on
what
the
a good
record.
engineer
vibe
is.
I wish
control.
I'd have did that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
When there's like a repressing, I'll change it.
Ooh, I love this one.
Me
Rap for
too.
Rejection.
This is my favorite one.
Is it?
By Travis.
It's one of my favorites because I like that part.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the record, I suggested something in this line. I think that riff was my idea. Maybe. I can't remember.
Is it?
I don't want to steal credit. But I think maybe I like interjected that idea into it.
I'm down with that.
Because I remember I was dancing on a chair. I was like da 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 da, and then it made the album.
And topless and like swinging.
Yeah. Do you remember when you gave me a tattoo on my neck that said a bad word? You wrote a
did it
bad
say
word on my
fuck?
neck.
What
Yeah.
did I write?
There's probably a photo of that. If we can find that, we'll cut.
Did
to
I
it.
write
Shit. No, balls
the
to the
F word?
walls.
I
off?
wrote that. I wrote balls to the walls on you.
Yeah, I have that. Did you what?
I don't remember any of this.
I think I wrote fuck off on the back of his neck.
I think I wrote fuck off. Maybe it was you then. Oh God, I want to go back to that ballroom.
You wrote fuck off on the coconut.
fuck.
Coconut break.
Remember this?
That's not a coconut.
Yeah,
was a
it
coconut.
is. That was that was the
Do you
fuck
remember this
That is
from
the
the
coconut.
album?
weirdest looking coconut I've ever seen.
There's pictures of that in the ballroom. I
What?
drank from that.
You don't
from
remember
Sage
this?
Restaurant, and then I painted fuck on it with
be-
nail polish.
I believe it's pronounced Sage.
Sage.
Yes.
Sage.
Yes.
And then I gave it to Jeff, and my tooth is also in there.
Yeah, there's a shard
Wait,
of her
what?
tooth in there.
So I was on tour. Okay, so I made this incredible album, had this life-changing experience in a mansion with all my new friends, felt amazing. Went home, was like, "Bleh," like felt terribly sad, alone, depressed, dark. Went on tour, got totally fucked up because I was really depressed and crying. Went out to a club, did some Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger
got
bombs.
back to the
As
you should
in a
got
club.
back as you should do when you're feeling down. Got
Jaeger
back
bombs.
to the Travelodge Hotel. There was a giant teddy bear behind the reception desk, and I was like, I'm gonna steal that teddy bear.
Did you?
Ran
Jaeger
like
bombs.
I did an amazing leap.
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs. I jumped over
Oh,
the reception
what I would get for
desk.
security cam.
Oh, I know. But no, it was incredible. I flew over the desk, grabbed the teddy bear, ran back to the hotel room, lay down on the bed with this teddy bear, and I was in my head. I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of this, me and this teddy bear for Jeff. He's gonna love it. And I like put my phone above us, me and the teddy bear on the bed, dropped my phone. It fell in slow motion, landed on my tooth. Immediately, my tooth exploded out of my mouth, and I was crying again. And then the woman at from the
crying again.
hotel was like at the door, like going, "I'm gonna call the police on you." And my
'Cause you
tour
stole
manager,
my teddy bear.
Yeah, the tour manager's like, "Give the pair back." And
where
I was
were you?
like, "I can't give it back now."
Wait, where were you?
I was in like Leeds
Okay.
in England. And then I had black hair and no tooth, and I was like a witch. And I sent my tooth to Jeff in the mail because I was like, he'll appreciate this. And we were into vials at the time, and I was like, you should wear my tooth in a vial. But he just kept it in the fuck coconut.
Yep,
And I now have
which is the proper place.
a
Much
fake
more
tooth.
appropriate than a vial.
Oh yeah, well I still vote for the vial actually, but I'm glad it's there.
It's not
Everybody
too
in
late,
this
that
world
tooth is
should
still
have a
in there.
fuck
What I'm
coconut.
pissed off about is he lets people smoke and
No,
put
I don't
ash
let
in
people
here.
smoke. They just do what they
They're
please.
fucked
I
up.
can't.
They're fucked up.
Yeah, you're not
Many-
supposed to smoke in my studio.
Don't smoke.
Many things you can do with a fuck coconut.
Yeah.
That putting a tooth in or dropping ashes.
Yeah, that's
in
one of the
is
more
only-
civil things
That's like
you can
2
do.
out of like 250
Yeah.
that you could do to a fuck coconut.
Yeah. Well, that
How's
tooth
my
is still
hair?
in there.
How's my
right now.
hair?
It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. What are you doing?
This segment has been brought to you by Jägermeister.
Ooh. Can I get some? Any way we can auto-tune the couch cam?
Yeah, we should auto-tune it.
They're a little out of pitch in there.
Am I really?
Sorry.
This is like such a like angry song too.
My producer brain.
We play this at soundcheck a lot when like we're feeling sassy. This is like a soundcheck one.
Very sassy song.
It's like, yeah. So it's like wanting to like when you know someone hates you and you're like, just break up with me then. Like, why didn't you? Why did I have to be the one to do it? I still loved you.
I
dude.
think it's more common than not common where people just stay together and just fucking hate
like,
each other.
But like, if you're in love with someone and they hate you, it's like really hard to like accept it and be like, okay, fine, I have to end it. But like I'll take a lot of abuse. Like I'm capable of that. So like, it's just waiting until that point where you're like, well, this is really bad. I should totally end this. Like, because I have a tiny shred of dignity left. But like, if you hate me, break up with me, please. Oh my God, any like future relationships that hate me, just end it. I like don't mind. It would be cool to be dumped rather than be with someone that hates you for another year, you know?
Sums up the relationship I was in while we were making this record.
Right, exactly. They all hated us.
They just hated me. So.
And we're so lovable. It's
yeah, what is that? Why are the
What
most
is there to
lovable
hate?
the most hated?
How can you hate these two people?
we I don't know. We're like, you love us or you hate us.
Ooh,
I think we have a caller on line 4. It's both of our exes.
I love you.
I love you again.
I can't.
I miss you so much.
I hate you.
I miss you. I just want to kiss your face.
He sounds like he's part of the music.
You're so
Like-
pretty.
David Bowie, Labyrinth. This song's called
I
Labyrinth.
love you.
Oh, that's one of my
Because
favorite
of the
films.
Bowie?
Well, no, this is. I read an article actually on Rookie Mag about abuse in a relationship, and it like related to Labyrinth the movie and those opening lyrics. I want to say my will is strong and my kingdom great, and it's like the end of the movie. Those are like words from the movie where you want to like you're like trying to get out of this maze. You're like she's trying to get out of this fucking fucked up maze where she's being treated terribly, and it's when she realizes that she has the power to do it herself that she does. And this article was about abuse, and I was like, fuck, like, whoa, this is happening to me. And I like didn't know. And then, okay, so then I like ended my relationship and I went to New York, and I had 4 days in New York. Don't go to New York when you've just broken up with someone. Don't do it. It's so horrible.
It's the worst place.
It's so mean. Everyone's like, everything's beating you up. Like the sound of the trains, like the taxi drive, like everyone's horrible, and you're just weak, and you're like, oh, sorry.
Is it better than Akron, Ohio? Like if you had 2 different places?
Oh my God, just don't go to New York.
I apologize to viewers from Akron, Ohio, but I'm just saying.
I'd rather be there.
I would pick New York over Akron.
Not during a breakup. You
Really?
try it. It's the worst shit. People are so mean to you. If you're like sad, don't go there. You got to be tough in New York. You got to be like, yeah, life's cool. I'm fucking loving it. But like,
I
if
left
you're,
my heart in New York. Wait, that's not the place.
I don't know.
That's San Francisco.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I had a fight with a guy. I went out to meet my friend at this bar, and I was like having a good time, and then things got weird, and my friend was wasted and like left to get cigarettes, which you shouldn't smoke. Smoking's
Smoke.
bad.
Don't smoke. Smoke's bad.
But
Yeah.
he was away from me, and then this guy in the bar started being a dick to me, was like being rude, and like I was just started fighting this guy, but I was alone.
Wait, the guy that you were with or a guy
no,
on the
no,
bus?
the guy that I was with was getting cigarettes, and the guy in the bar was like
Oh, in the bar.
saw that I was like vulnerable and like started a fight with me, and then I was like yeah, like, fuck you. Like, came up with the worst insults ever. Like, just lame insults I was trying to fight back with. And I was really alone and really vulnerable when I was in New York in a tough bar with this guy fighting me. And I was like, fuck. And I went home and I wrote this on, like, the keyboard on my laptop. And then I loved, like, what we did with this because you made it sound like kind of Velvet Underground-y with all the guitars. And if you remember, at the very end of the recording...
Which is an odd New York connection in a weird way.
Yeah.
I never thought of that till now.
Yeah. I was very sad during this song, and the dogs from the mansion, you can hear them howling, crying. When I was singing, they were crying.
Oh yeah, at the end of the
gate.
at the end of the
You
take.
can hear it.
Yeah. Oh. What were the dogs' names?
They were
again? I don't remember.
terrifying.
One of them was terrifying,
Jimmy?
and the other one was a
What was the name?
softie.
These are real hounds.
Oh,
These are
dude,
real
this song
mansion
though.
hounds.
This song though. Shit.
Oh, this is a song where I had my first background vocal, right? No, maybe.
I wrote this
Is that this
song before I came again in London. I'd just been watching the Ladies and Gentlemen, the Fabulous Stains.
Oh right, yeah, you were telling me about that.
And like she has this scene where she's like, I'm a waste of space, don't touch me, I'm a waste of time. And I was like, yeah, me too, fuck this. And then I went to a fancy dress party dressed as a frog that night, and I baked a rainbow, a 7-layer rainbow cake, because like I was into really angry baking. Because if you bake with like,
whoa, angry baking.
if
Explain to me.
butter is like refrigerated
Right.
and hard and firm, you can get so much tension out
Trying
on
to
that.
make it soft enough to
Yeah,
bake with.
you're just like
Wow.
beating the butter. It's like a good, like healthy, safe way to release anger.
Segue to the next show getting produced out of here is the Kate
Angry
Nash
Baking.
Angry Baking with Kate Nash. I'm way down.
Ugh, but this song, right, was really sad and alone when I first wrote it. And then when everyone's on backing vocals, it's like, I'm not alone. And it like becomes this like happy thing. And do you remember like, I
did
have
the group on this too.
I just remember we had a party that night and like all my like new friends were there and I was like, oh my God, I've like found a new life. Like,
Yeah, those are all my new friends too. This is actually when you talked about earlier about chasing me down with champagne when I was
This
trying to
was
leave.
that night.
This is so I could get back here to record this
night.
vocal.
Oh,
we
thank
had
God
like
you
we had
came
like
back.
30
Yeah.
people there.
Yeah.
yeah.
There were a lot of people in that
I've got
ballroom.
video footage of it. It's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
on the, there's like a little video that came with the album, a little DVD, and it's like, at the end, I just let the whole thing run, because it's just really like sweet, and it's just really honest, and it's
Because
like,
when you have one thing to record left on your record, it's either a tambourine
Yeah.
or a giant group of junk people singing background
love
choruses
it, I
to
love it.
songs. It's one or the other. It's a tambourine.
I remember,
or a group of
I
drunk
see that
people.
whiteboard in front of me right now with the
Yeah, the
lyrics, like
whiteboard,
trying
yeah.
to get 30 people to say any
and do you remember
kind of
everyone
lyrics.
went down? It was like, do
Real.
you remember when everyone went, well,
Yeah, I
when
remember
was that?
someone was hand gesturing how we were supposed to sing this
Yeah, we
thing.
were like doing the actions. It's cool. Cool.
Are you singing,
Pretty cool.
Tom?
It's cool.
Pretty cool. I was singing in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, this was it. This is it. Like, this is the thing. It was like, you're so cool, and I can't understand it.
Yeah.
That's how we got
I
everyone
remember
to do
that,
that.
Oh man.
Never been cool.
Is that really the echo of the ballroom? Or is
Yeah.
that like a
That's just-
mixing thing?
No, that's 2 microphones in the middle of the room.
Wow.
I'm gonna take credit for that.
You were already off.
Stop
dude.
staring at me.
were-
You scare me when you look at me.
That was before you. You can't get engineering credit on that because that was post-engineer Jeff Ellis and current Vibe Master Jeff Ellis.
Vibe Master.
Yeah, so you can't get engineering.
Well, I
credit
didn't get credit on Vibe Master either. So what gives?
Well, life is cruel, Jeff. Get
Wait
over
for the
it.
reprint. I don't know.
Yep.
that,
Well,
was,
the
that was
reprint.
me waiting.
Yeah.
Right there.
We'll update the credit.
Oh wait. So okay, this is recorded with your iPhone, right? On a pillow or something?
It was 4 a.m. and I had insomnia and I was sad.
Oh.
Trying my life. And I remember lying in bed going, I've got this melody in my head and this idea. I was like, I can't be bothered to record it. And I had a little debate with myself. I was like, I should. Nah, it's nothing. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Thank God I did, because this was it. And yeah, we just went back to your. This was done in your garage.
Yeah.
On we added like a tape player recording to it.
Put it through a 4-track,
Yeah.
and then you sang a vocal on top of it.
And I tapped a pillow.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Here
And
it's
then
really faint. Oh, I have the picture of the guy.
it's party time.
You can hear the pillow.
Too much stuff that I keep.
Don't press spacebar or the whole show ends.
Shit.
I don't have the
You're never going to find it.
It's not
There's
worth it.
10,000
It's not
Polaroids
worth
there.
it.
We'll cut it in later.
I wanted the album to end like I imagined someone listening to this in their bed and then getting to the end and it being like bedtime, and this song I wanted to like be kind of like a lullaby, and then I wanted it to go from extreme lo-fi to like hi-fi,
Like Disney music.
like Disney. Gone with the Wind. The
That's
end
what you
of
said.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, it was Gone with the Wind
Yeah.
mixed with the
I
Disney
forgot what's
musical.
about to happen.
Yeah, and then
can't wait
I
for
wanted
this.
it to kind of freak people out and be like, oh God, you're not going to comfort me. I'm like having a nightmare. And then suddenly it to be warm and like comforting and surrounding like a big giant hug and a blanket, and then they could fall asleep. That was like how I imagined people
I
listening
remember
to the
you
album.
saying that, and then that actually happened. You actually achieved your goal, and we're about to hear it. It was crazy.
I like that we kept the demo thing in there
Yeah,
too.
me too.
I like to do that.
And it's like weird tuning, and it's like not the best I could sing it,
Wait,
but
is
it's
this
just like a
is this
moment
the actual iPhone demo recording?
Yeah, it's the iPhone vocal.
And then you put it through a tape recorder?
with a 4-track, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, just to give it that analog warmth.
Yeah, you
to it.
have to. You got to.
Here we go. This is epic live too. I do this live sometimes. Sometimes I open with this. It's like, oh God, I'm scared. It's
Something's
not comforting.
coming.
Help me, I'm having a nightmare.
Something coming. Oh no.
Oh no, oh God, please. Disney.
What a self-indulgent outro.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh.
Very beautiful.
Fucking beautiful. And it's also amazing to have like a shitty little thing I recorded on my iPhone, like the melody being copied by an incredible orchestra.
Yeah,
like,
Mr. Ali Hanwin.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah.
a sample. This is
a real orchestra.
Yeah.
It's just like that to me is like music. It can start out as some shitty little idea that you record in the most stupid way, and then it becomes this, and it's like that's the spectrum of music.
Right,
Well,
because
this
right now
track's-
it's mirroring the melody
Yeah,
of the
it mirrors-
iPhone
yeah.
recording.
Well,
That's
exactly,
amazing.
Exactly, and the track's like that because we started. I kept the demo, which is
Yeah.
nice, and you know.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I
So
can't
there's
believe
two
it's
versions of
over. Did we talk about anything? That
I
makes
don't
sense?
know.
I don't know. That was emotional.
I was just scared of Tom the whole time.
You were.
He's so
Wasn't
he's
until
so
after
cool
we
and
broke through.
intimidating.
You could just play the record again and do it twice.
Can we do that again?
I'd have to. We just keep talking.
Grant is gonna get fed up and
Did that actually? That was it.
That's the
That's the
album.
record.
All right, final thoughts, Tom. Kate.
This record changed my life. I'm very grateful to both of you. It really did. Like I'm being honest. Like I
Changed mine too. I'm with you on that. It was the start of a whole other chapter.
Yeah, it was. It was
It was
like
a time of change.
it was like the best thing I've ever done. Actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It totally changed my life too,
Yep.
and I got really close to two wonderful people, and there you have it.
It just captures a moment. It's a time capsule, and it captures a moment that was like so significant and like important to me. And I just wouldn't be the person I am now. And like I just had the best fucking time of my life recording it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't change one thing that happened for good or for
Oh,
bad.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, it's at least for us three. I think it's probably become more than just the record. And I guess as making records for a living, that's all you can hope for. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it holds true nostalgia. It's true nostalgia every time I hear it. It just puts me right back in there. It's just
Right in the
it's a
pocket.
defining moment in my life and all of ours. So thank you guys so much
Thanks for having us. This
being
was
on the
really
second Jeff
fun.
Ellis Worldwide show. I don't know what that hand gesture means.
We'll be back next week. From here on, the format of the show is us just commenting on other people's records.
All right.
Cool.
Adios.
Adios.
But goodbye.
Pose. Bye, Grant. Thanks, Grant. Grant, I love you.